hurricane briefings, even COVID updates. A sign language interpreter standing next to the person delivering the briefing. Moving forward, you will now see an interpreter at all White House briefings. NBC 15's Justin Moore talked to a Mobile interpreter about how those who are deaf and hearing impaired are oftentimes forgotten about.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Shanna Trim says people who are deaf need access to information just like anyone else. It's an unspoken language that many people in South Alabama rely on for information.
People don't see deaf people in the community. They don't notice it as much as you would, say, a person in a wheelchair.
Shanna Trim is an interpreter for Callahan School for the Deaf and Blind. Around 40 students attend classes here. Trim says oftentimes the hearing impaired are overlooked by society. She says national and local news conferences at the start of the COVID pandemic was challenging to many in our area because there weren't any interpreters.
We get information that's important for everyone to hear, but you have people who are left out of the conversation.
A conversation that's becoming more inclusive. The White House announced there will be sign language interpreters in each of the daily press briefings.
Finally, people are realizing that we need this.
Around 20% of Americans report some sort of hearing loss. That's according to the Hearing Loss Association of America. While some might say there's a closed caption button on the remote, Trim says it doesn't replace the work that many interpreters like herself do.
Closed captioning is wonderful. It's a great tool, but it's not the same thing as having a live interpreter who can tell you the differences in 2, 2, and 2.
Now, Trump says people who are deaf don't want to be treated any differently. They just want to be treated equally. Live in Mobile, Justin Moore, NBC 15 News.